Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel Malaysia Investment. Guys, if you're new here today, please click the subscribe button, click the bell notification and smack the like button so that you will not miss out any future video. Click the bell notification and remember to follow us closely. Okay guys, today we're gonna go through a few technical analysis for a few stocks. But first thing first, we're gonna go through the KLSE price trend. Okay, we're gonna look at the KLSE chart, and then we're gonna look at Igb Reit. Okay, we're gonna look at Sunreit. We're gonna look at YTL Reit. So we're gonna look at 3 REITs today. Okay, and then finally we're gonna close by looking at top glove price action performance. Alright, so let's go through the KLSE. Alright, so KLSE is actually you can see I plotted the 3 line here, the 50 days moving average, which is in red, then 150 days moving average, which is in pink, and then the 200 days moving average, which is in green. Alright, so if you look at the share price, actually the share price is actually hovering below the 50 days moving average, and you can also see the 50 days moving average is actually below the 150 days moving average, and you can see the 200-day moving average is actually the green color. And one thing to take note here guys, you can see the pink color, the 150 days moving average is trying to actually in fact it already crossed below. It already crossed below 200 days of moving average. So this is not a very good sign. This is actually a bearish sign, right? Because when 150 days is below the 150 and 150 is below the 200, is a confirmed downtrend, and then you can see the price is actually continue to go down and down. So you can see this is actually quite bearish. If you look at the Heikin Aishi, right? Heikin Aishi, you can see, okay, so since June it has been going down all the way down, and then during July, about 2 weeks like that, 2 to 3 weeks, the price has been actually stagnant, and then it go down again. Now it tried to go up a little bit. Alright, so let's look at the MACD. Let's look at MACD so that we can look at the momentum. And you can see if you look at the MACD, right, MACD is actually at the negative side, right? So it's actually quite a weak momentum. Okay, you can see KLSE now is actually quite at a weak momentum. So that's it guys for the KLSE. Okay, so basically it's quite bearish, and when 150 days cross below the 200 days is actually even that means it's the confirmed downtrend is actually already here. Okay, so now let's look at Igb Reits. Okay, so I have plotted here also Igb Reits. The 50 days moving average is blue color, green is actually 150, and red is actually 200 days moving average. So you can see okay, let's zoom out a little bit. You can see since March, I think this is March 2020, there is a plunge of share price due to coronavirus. After that it tried to bounce back all the way from, so this is the lowest 1 ringgit 43 cent, bounce back all the way to almost 1 ringgit 90 cent. Okay, almost there. But then during September it plunged all the way back again at 1 ringgit 60 cent, and then after that it seems that this 1 ringgit 60 cent kind of become like a support area. Like you can see this kind of support area 3 times here is being tested. Okay, quite a strong support. Is 1 ringgit 60 cent is a strong support. It always bounce back when it hit that area. Alright, then you can see it considered going quite a sideways. Okay, since September all the way until now, almost 11 months already. Okay, it's been going sideways. Okay, so it's been trading between this range between 1 ringgit 60 cent and 1 ringgit 78 cent. Right, so now actually you can see the 50 days is actually below the 150 days, and 150 days is actually below the 200 days moving average, right? And definitely you can see that the share price is below the 50 days moving average. So you can see Igb Reit is still on the downtrend. We don't see an uptrend right now. So so this is a Heikin Aishi. If you look at the normal share price again is the same thing, so it's below the 50 days moving average. What about the momentum? Is there any sign of a strong momentum? Okay, you can see the momentum is actually also at the negative side. Okay, so it's quite weak. Alright, so we don't see any strong trend from IGB yet. Okay, but anyway, if you're buying IGB, is more to long-term investment because you are collecting dividend based on the REIT's rental income, right? But I would prefer that you buy it when it's confirmed uptrend. Alright, but of course you can also accumulate batches by batches, because this is long-term play, right? When the economy is reopening back after everybody is being vaccinated, so-called, right? Then definitely the business will recover back. Okay, so this is about IGB Reit. Let's go to SUNWAY REITs. Okay, so you can see SUNWAY REITs are almost a similar trend. So you can see here about March is also doing a plunge, right? And then blue is actually 50 days, green is actually 150, and then the red is actually 200 days moving average. So you can see this is a Heikin Aishi chart. You can see it's been going down. Okay, so the 50 days moving average is always below the 150. So in fact, during this time, about May 2021, it tried to go up, but actually not able to. Then actually hit the resistance there, then it go down again, right? So it's still quite bearish, and then you can see the support here. Okay, there's a support here. Okay, so yeah, about 1.60 ringgit, something like. Okay, so there is no strong uptrend yet. Okay, you can see the share price is below that. Let's look at the Heikin Aishi. Okay, this is Heikin Aishi, so that the normal price. Okay, so it's still below the 50 days. Then let's look at the MACD, right? Let's look at the MACD to check the momentum. Okay, so I believe almost all REITs are having the same issue. So you can see the momentum is also at the negative side here. So it's a bit weak momentum right now. So it's the same issue. Okay, SUNWAY REIT and IGB Reit. So let's look at YTL Reit. Okay, YTL Reit is a little bit different story, guys. So you can see during March, okay, from 1 ringgit. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. From the high of 1 ringgit 39 cent, then it plunged all the way to 70 cent. I think, yeah, 70 cent, 50% plunge. So after that, I try to rally up to 1 ringgit 16 cent, plunge back again to 70 cents. So it's a strong support, 70 cent. But then you can see, right, since then, right, the price has been rallying up, then goes sideways a little bit from early this year to May, right? Then after that, you can see that this is actually quite eventful cross here, where you can see the 50 days moving average is crossing above the 150 days moving average in January 13, something like that, right? Then after that, you can see 50 days sideways. Then after that, you also cross above the 200 days moving average, right? So the uptrend is already being seen here already since March. But of course, the share price is actually quite volatile. Okay, from 90 cents drop to 80 cents, so it's quite volatile. Okay, but then it rally up again to from 80 cents all the way to 96 cents. But you can see, right, is the blue color 50 days moving average is already above. It's already above the 150 days moving average, right? In end of July there, right? You can see the 150 days is already moving above the 50 days is already moving above the 150 days, right? So the uptrend is already here. So this is actually quite positive sign. But you know, right, YTL Reit, the property is not just located in Malaysia, it's also located in outside of Malaysia, right? So you can check the portfolio at the website, and you know that a certain country outside of Malaysia, they are the cases is probably more better control than Malaysia right now. Right? Malaysia right now is actually having really high cases. So anyway, this is actually a technical trend, not really a fundamental analysis. So based on the chart price right now, bullish trend is actually coming to YTL Reit. So let's look at the MACD. What about the MACD? You can also see MACD start to almost go to the positive side already. So it may potentially continue, alright? So you need to monitor, right? So I think for those that are investing for the long term, you can consider to add in a little bit here, because normally we add in when there is a confirmed uptrend, right? No one can predict the future. We follow the price action. If you're investing for a long term, you can also use technical analysis to time your entry. So momentum is coming, positive sign is coming, okay? So you may need to do some valuation and do your entry accordingly, all right? So finally, let's look at top glove. Okay, top glove. Okay, so this is a glove counter. Let's look at this glove counter. So this is the latest price. Okay, so glove counter is still the same. Okay, it's still below the 50 days, and then 50 days moving average below 150, below 200. So it's still on the downtrend side, right? Though we don't see any uptrend sign yet, right? So top glove is one counter that you need to be careful, because we are not seeing any positive sign yet, right? But definitely, if you're investing, you may need to look at the fundamental as well, right? So you can see MACD is actually at the negative side. It's trying to slope up a little bit, okay? So you need to observe this counter. So what about the Heikin Aishi trend? So it's still red majority, okay? So it's still red majority, and because the 50 days moving average is below 150, so and then it's all sloping down. You can see it's sloping down, right? There's no sign of going up yet, okay? So you guys need to be careful lah, okay, for this counter, glove counter. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching until right now. We hope that you learned something. Okay, if you have not subscribed, why don't you click the subscribe button right now, smack the bell notification, and hit the like button. And do you have anything to others? Comment below, okay? Do you have any stock that we want to cover? Comment below. Until then, please stay safe, and I see you again in the next video. Bye.